Greetings and welcome. This is Chief Priestess Lordy Kathy today coming with you. I want to talk a little bit today really quick on some prayers that we can also say in English and in the Yoruba language to speak with our ancestors. And it goes something like this. Amina tutu, ona tutu, ile tutu, tutu loro ye. Kosi ku, kosi aran, kosi ufu, kosi edena, kosi fatabina, ariku baba wa. Mojubo olofi, mojubo bobo orisha, mojubo bobo iya lorisha, bobo waran ashe, mojubo bobo iku nambrizi, oludumare ibaye. And then it's saying in English to translate what I just said says, fresh water, to freshen the road, to freshen the house, to freshen our ancestors in Elegua, so that death is no more, sickness is no more, tragedy is no more, loss is no more, obstacles is no more, to be overwhelmed is no more. Do not let us see death, our Father. I salute God. I salute all Orishas. I salute all mothers of Orishas, fathers of Orishas, elders who are in heaven. I salute all the dead that bow at the feet of Oludumare, God, chief of the heavenly world. Let nothing happen, king of the city. Let nothing happen, little Osun. And at this particular point, we stop and pause and pay homage to our ancestors who was in the room, to the Santetas, to the Santeros, to the Babalaos, to the people in the room of their ancestor and their lineage. And then we continue to say, Obi ni ibuke, Obi ni ibaran, Obi ni ibu ofo. And I'm saying, it is the kola nut that is used to avert death. It is the kola nut that is used to avert diseases. It is the kola nut that is used to avert tragedy. It is the kola nut that is used to avert losses. And then as we continue, we sprinkle water on the floor to acknowledge the water that our ancestors may or may not were able to receive during slavery. And we say, Ili moiko, house I greet you. Ili moiko ikuye, house I greet you with the greetings of honor. Ili moiko, house I greet you with the greetings of honor. Obi ilegwa, miko iku iya. And that means Kola of Elegua, of our ancestors, I greet you the greetings of honor. And that's some of the things today that we are talking about and discussing for our ancestral worship. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. We'll come back next week and I will talk to you about how we divide and speak to them. Have a nice day. Odabo.
Greetings and namaste. The best way to honor one's ancestors is to learn how to honor the divine indweller that resides not only within yourselves, but of course, all beings everywhere. This is done by focusing on the Holy Heart Center and divine love. And as you walk around in life, during life, and encounter different people, place your favorite image of the divine on their third eye. And as you're interacting with them, know that you are interacting with an aspect of the divine. This will help keep you more love-centered and love-conscious, so that way all your actions of thoughts and words and deeds and the physical will be more in divine alignment. If you are not sure what to use for your own divine representation, there are many different forms and aspects of the divine on this plane of existence one can choose from. In the Hindu pantheon, there's the Om. In the Christian pantheon, there's the cross. In the Islamic pantheon, there's the crescent moon and star. There's many different divine representations in the forms of symbols that can be used. Also, there are murtis, it's a Sanskrit word for figures that are divine aspects. You can go online if you have computer access, type in the word murti, and see what representations come up. If you want to stay more in alignment with your own heritage and lineage, Then you can investigate that online and pick your own best form for divine representation and use that, seeing it within yourself and seeing it within others. This will help attune yourself to the divine energies that are associated with symbology and methodology of real soul evolution. Lots of good fortune, and namaste.
I am Basam Fokoeko talking to you about ancestry. Ancestry all over the world is looked upon and used to different cultures. Today we will talk about the Insamandu, which is the land of the ancestors. In the ancestor land is the place where one crosses over and goes, so it's called the Insamandu. The Insamandu's land, many items are placed there in their land. Today we want to look at the things that is used by many ancestors, simple things around the house. A staff that is used for the ancestors. It was used to carry things when they were moving, shopping and doing different things. They carried it on the end of the staff. Simple things that the ancestors used on a daily basis can be placed on an altar for an ancestor. Handkerchiefs was also very important to ancestors. They would tie their money in the handkerchief and placed it on themselves. So when creating an ancestor altar, think about the things that your ancestors used on a daily, regular basis. Also, things are being prepared or cooked for ancestors. This is not just a form of worship. It is a form of revering one's ancestors in remembrance of them when one puts staff, shells, stones, food and things on an altar. These implements used to connect the individual with the reminder of that ancestor that they are revering. So we also have beads and cloth that is worn by ancestors. So these things are different colors at times, depends on what you're celebrating for your ancestors. Ancestors are used to moving and dancing and drumming. These are things that are used to move an ancestor when one is having an ancestral worship. So we want to give thanks to you for visiting and looking at the things we have to do for ancestry. We have water that is placed for ancestry because the water represents the life source of the earth and the land that the ancestors have gone back to. We today are the living examples of our ancestors. We stand on the shoulders of the ancestors. We actually are the ancestors ourselves. So thank you.
Ahom Sreom Bekonya Yamani
Om Triambakam Yajamahi Sugandha Srishti